Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, well here we are, Monday of Masters Week. And so I thought today would be a very appropriate day to talk about this year's Masters 2014. And I guess naturally I got to start off with the biggest storyline there is right now for this week. And realistically, if you haven't heard about this story that I'm going to read one of the press releases on, I guess you've been up at the North Pole working with Santa Claus and don't have internet or access to any newspapers or whatever. And that's who we're talking about, Tiger Woods. All right. And it starts off by saying, world number one, Tiger Woods will miss the Masters tournament for the first time in his career. He announced the disappointing news today on Twitter. And it goes on to say, and I got this one that came out of it was some kind of report that I got on the internet, and I think it covers a lot of the great things. It goes on to say, Woods has more to say on his website, where it was revealed that the four-time Masters winner underwent surgery for a pinched nerve and will miss several weeks of golf, but he hopes to return sometime this summer. Quote, after attempting to get ready for the Masters and failing to make the necessary progress, I decided in consultation with my doctors to have this procedure done, Woods said. Continuing the quote, I'd like to express my disappointment to the Augusta National membership, staff, volunteers, and patrons that I will not be at the Masters, Tiger added. It's a week that's very special to me. It also looks like I'll be forced to miss several upcoming tournaments to focus on my rehabilitation and getting healthy. He also goes on to say, I'd also like to thank the fans for their support and concern. It's very kind and greatly appreciated. This is frustrating, but it's something my doctors advised me to do for my immediate and long-term health. And then as a note of history, this goes on to say, this would mark the first time in his career that he doesn't compete at Augusta National. He's played in every year since 1995. In 19 appearances, Wood has finished in the top 8 13 times and he's collected 4 green jackets. From 2005 to 2011, he finished in the top 6 each time. And again, he goes on with a quote from Bill Payne of Augusta National, who says, Tiger was gracious in keeping us updated on his condition and making us aware of his decision. We wholeheartedly offer our best wishes for his immediate and long-term recovery. Tiger will be in our thoughts and will be missed by our patrons and all of us at the Masters tournament next week. He is one of our most decorated champions and we look forward to his healthy return in 2005 and beyond. End of quote. And so the wait for Tiger Woods' first major title since 2008 U.S. Open continues. He remains on 14 majors for his career, 4 shy of Jack Nicklaus's all-time best of 18. Wood is also sitting on 79 career PGA Tour victories, 3 shy of Sam Snead's world record. Woods addressed those milestones Tuesday. He goes, a quote from Tiger, it's tough right now, but I'm absolutely optimistic about the future, Woods said. There are a couple of records by 2 outstanding individuals and players that I hope one day to break. As I've said many times, Sam and Jack reached their milestones over an entire career. I plan to have lots of years left in mine. End of quote. And Nicklaus went on to say, quote, I'm sorry to hear that Tiger will miss the Masters tournament. I know Tiger has been working very hard to return to form, as I have said many times. Tiger has a lot of years of good golf ahead of him. And he goes on to say a few more things. And he wishes him well on his speedy recovery. End of quote. The 2014 U.S. Open starts June 12th at Pinehurst, giving Woods more than 2 months to prepare. His website stated that he could possibly begin chipping and putting again in 3 weeks, depending on doctor's orders. But some experts indicate that this type of surgery will keep Woods from playing any majors in 2014. According to ESPN injury analyst Stephanie Bell, quote, the average recovery time for surgery like Woods had is 4.5 months. According to Will Carroll at Bleacher Report, quote, this is common surgery, but due to the nature of his swing, Woods is unlikely to play any of the majors this season while he rehabs and likely is forced to make more changes to his swing. End of quote. So, big news. Golf is basically missing its number one superstar, but I'm sure that the rest of the field will actually pick up and to help make up for Tiger's absence. And we got an article right here that's in I read in today's Spartanburg Herald Journal, Friday, April 4th. The headline is Mickelson among Houston leaders, and it goes on to say that Phil Mickelson did more than prove to just himself that he's ready for next week's Masters tournament. The 5-time major winner showed to everyone that he's fully recovered from last week's muscle pull and likely to be a factor in this week's Houston Open as well. The bogey-free performance was a far cry from last week when Mickelson was forced to withdraw during the third round in San Antonio after pulling a muscle in his right side. Quote from Phil, "I'm surprised because I was worried about the Masters," Mickelson said. "I was certainly worried about Houston, but it healed a lot quicker. I felt great today. I didn't feel any pain or discomfort, and I didn't even think about it." So at least we got Phil in here now, and it looks like, it sounds like he's very back into pretty good form from that muscle strain. So I'm sure Phil and the rest of the guys, defending champion Adam Scott and the rest of the field will be up to par, so to speak. Or I should say they better be under par if they want to win. So I think we're going to look forward to seeing some great things at the Masters. Welcome to Masters Week. Enjoy the Masters, enjoy the TV, and really enjoy it if you're one of the lucky ones to be able to get out there and walk around on those hallowed grounds at Augusta National. That's it for the Search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.